Soup time again, soup time. Chef, I need one of those hats, don't I? It's crazy. The printers are just non-stop. They're all working fabulously well. I know we got a phone call yesterday afternoon. I shouldn't have been here. I shouldn't be doing sizing this morning. I had the paper already worked out for the next week or so. But I got a phone call yesterday afternoon from Kubota-san, the outside printer who's been working for us doing lots of the Heroes prints. I talked to him last time, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, and he said, Dave, I got to book off. We've got a lot of heavy work from other places. I can't talk to you for a few months. And it was really quite a crush for us because we were in a rush to get more Heroes prints made, but whatever, he has other priorities as well. But he phoned me yesterday afternoon saying, Dave, I'm free. Get me a job, but it's got to start right now. So here I am this morning, sizing, getting it off to him this morning. It's Sunday, we've got to get it off to him by courier this afternoon so he can start tomorrow morning. We're in the situation now, when the printers say jump, I just say, how high, how high? Ishikawa-san. Tea time? Okay, what am I doing here? Okay, yeah, I just cut some paper. I know I haven't finished cutting all the paper for this morning. The first batch bang is actually not for Kubota-san. The first batch of paper up here this morning, I'm not going to show you very close. We've got some first test prints off of the Times Burn Bright image. Again, they're not. She would be embarrassed if I got too close to this. But we're up and running. We've done testing. She now wants the paper for the real job. And the fireworks update. The fireworks festival was postponed last night. It is on schedule for tonight, Sunday evening here in Tokyo. So we will try and make a stream of it tonight. If I live that long. Today's hydration, it's empty. It's from yesterday. I haven't got one yet this morning. Need more hanging lines the next room. It's okay, we're all right actually, because you know, it only takes 6, 7, 8 hours for the stuff to dry. Then we take it down. So it's basically as I'm working as fast as we can do it on that. So now what do I need? What am I doing here today? Brush. No, dosa. Got the little bit we had left over from the other day. There's 1 liter left. This is nowhere near enough for today's work. It's been in the fridge, of course, for a day. Ishikawa-san, she's making her tea. She's here early this morning, again, because it's going to be really crazy crowded tonight here because of the festival. She wants to get in and get out as fast as I can. Is it that crazy tea again? Show me. We have a tea fan on the stream, you know. There's a young man here, whatever person. His name is, handle name is Kantar. He's talking about blue here. Kantar, but he's a tea fan. Are you there? You're here. Ishikawa-san's got some...
こんにちは。おはようございます。
Where's this from?
これは台湾の金銭茶と言います。
金銭茶。
ミルクのような香りがするって言って。
What's the...
はい。金銭茶。ウーロン茶の一種。ね。金銭茶。
Is it what, some new type of tea or just old?
そう、ちょっとね、ミルクの香りがするという有名な。
It smells like milk.
そうでしょ。
Is it?
ダメ?
I don't know. Does it have milk mixed in? I mean, in English situation, we put milk in the tea later on.
違う。もうこれがそういうもう香りがする葉っぱなんです。
In the
もう何もつけてない。
the natural tree.
そう。
Like
って言
cows.
われてます。
I don't know.
そう、ちょっと変わってるんですけどね。
So actually, you were drinking it the other day, and you were passing it around. It really does. It has a milk flavor.
はい。入れましょうか。
Today's stream brought to you by Kinsen-cha.
金銭茶。
Advertising. So.
まず入れます。 はい。
Hey, wait a minute. She's hijacking
捨
my
てます。
tea.
捨てますよ。
はい。What night?
捨てます。一回捨てます。
The water.
中国のお茶は捨てます。
Wait, wait,
一
wait.
回
She's got the
洗うんですよ
lumpy leaves in there. She put hot water in and dumped out the hot water.
はい、入れます。これで30秒。
That's crazy. Milk でしょ?
そうでしょ?
It smells
なんか言ってるじゃん。
like hot milk.
そうでしょ?
Okay, okay, I don't know. I
す
don't
ごいでし
know.
ょね。そう。これで30秒。
That's all. And then drink it.
はい。はい、コップ
So
も
what did you fill the pot or you just put a bit of hot water? You made it
何ごめんな
wet.
さい、
No, no.
何
第一ステップは
はい
濡れるだけ。
そう、汚れを取る。
Okay, あまりたくさん入れてない。
うんうんうんうん。
Just make it wet
はい。
and throw it away.
うん。
Why?
いや
I don't know. I'm just 苦いことをしてるとか。
いや汚れを取るって言われてま
汚れ。
す。汚れ。うん、葉っぱについた汚れを一回取って、それから入れて30秒。
かぶらなくても。
カバーあってもなくてもあった方がいいね。
Tea lessons today.
はい、もう30秒経ったかな。
うん、かな。
はい。はい、そんな感じですね。
ちょっとね、金銭茶、これですか？
うん。
でも、金。
うん
でも、ここは違うんでしょ？
ウーロン茶の一種。
ああ、そうか、そうか、そうか、そうか、そうか。
もう30秒経ったので入れます。
It smells like milk, hot milk.
で、残りを入れてるとまずいので、すぐ全部入れちゃいます。他のね、入れ物。
Okay, she can't leave it in the leaves. What happens? It becomes bitter? 苦くなる？
今は色きれいですよね。そう、これで何度もいけます。はい。
ちょっと待って、何度も You can make some more with the same
5
leaves.
回も6回もいける。と
She's
言われ
saying,
てます。
she's made one brew with this, and now you can use the same leaves again.
そのま
Soon.
ま。すんでもどうでもいいけど。これ、みんなでこれ分け合うんですよね。
Really? So
こ
all
れなくな
morning
っ
you
たら
can make from the same leaves. How
so-
many times?
いや、5回ぐらいはいけんじゃないのうん。終わりました。
For those who didn't get the Japanese there, she's poured her own tea in a small cup. Then she can't leave it in there on top of the leaves. So she's poured the extra into a larger cup, which she's just going to put by her side. If there was two people drinking it,
はい。
that would be for the second person. But then she said also she should be able to put more hot water in there, 3 or 4, I forget which it, go up 5 or 6 times, and it will still work. So the tea, the leaves have enough, I don't know, juice left. And honestly, this room now smells like hot milk. Ishikawa, so they're asking a question. Can you also do it cold? So cold も作る。
台湾のお茶のあれはいつも熱いお茶を入れますね。
Kante was talking about, said, somebody's asking, can you do it cold? And Kante's saying, most teas, hotondo no tea, you can do it as a cold brew, but they're not so tasty, not so good. I don't know. I'm just reading what it says here.
そうなん。
And then 他の人が1回目だけじゃなくて今2回目と3回目の方が
あ、ベスト。
一番ベスト味です。
ああ、そっか。
Was that why you threw it away the first time? You threw away the first one so quickly.
あ、でもあれはすぐでしょ、あれは汚れを取るだけ。そう、もったいないけどね、もう色ついてるしね、香りもいいから
で。も飲めない。
そう、飲まないです
飲ま
ね。うん、台湾の人飲まないですね。はい。
Yep. Thank you.
はい、どうも。
Also, show us your t-shirt.
はいえ
You see your t-shirt?
あ、T シャツ
Here, here, here. この画面。
あ、こっちか。ドラえもんです。
ドラえもん。Where were we? Oh yeah, sizing. This stream is going to get to the point where the wingmen are more fun than the real guy. We have 3 liters here, 1 liter left over, and now a new 3 going in. So this is a big batch of size here. We have a lot to do today. It's this first batch is here for the Heroes print. The second group of paper will be for Kubota-san's print. Then Yamamoto-kun, the young boy, he's going to be doing another run of one of the Doi hunger blocks for us this week. He suddenly called a few days ago and said he's free again. So much of jobs have suddenly quickly come all at the same time. Brush. Oh, that is one rich tub of size. Can I try moving the camera without causing disaster here? This might just not work, but whatever. I'm sure it's. Sorry about the sleeve in here. What we have now is a rich tub, 4 liters, beautiful, beautiful, rich glue. Drop the camera in it, why don't I? And the heater itself, it's one of those hotel soup warmers with a control at the side. We've got it set at 50. 50 is okay. Could go up a bit more, 55, 60. Could go. And we have our mascot friend. Okay. After all this prep, finally, let's think about getting some work done. So, you must have been a bit late, didn't you see? I mentioned this before. This is one of the proof copies of Times Burn Bright. The block set is now basically, quote, done, unquote. This is one of the first proof copies off. She's done a proof run of 4, which gives us a guide to how the block set is working. This is, I'm not going to, I said I don't want to bring this too close because it's really, really, really a mess. But as I said, it shows where the shapes are coming. It's still got the Mudabori on it. For example, we get the campfire here. There's black outlines on many places of the print, and some places between the fire and the background. You don't want a black outline. But in order to find where those things were, to cut the color blocks, we needed to do an outline. So I put an outline around the flame. Chon-san carved the block, we did the transfer sheets, and this first test printing still has a black outline around the flame. Now that the test printing has been cleared, actually we took this off yesterday, we went out and cleaned up the black outlines. And many, many places, around her hair, around the edge of her shoulder, by the black line of the sky and the tree, there's many what we call mudabori. So they're still there, they make it look ugly. And then she didn't make any attempt to get good, nice color balances. This guy's skin just looks like dirt, it doesn't look like nice skin. But the block set looks good, and she's now got more paper moistened. And in fact, we were doing a test printing of this yesterday afternoon, and Chon-san came over to do some adjustments on the blocks, and we took a bunch of photographs. The Cameron's not here today, he's not doing any blogging, it's Sunday, he's off doing something, blah, 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 blah. But when he's back tomorrow, we'll take a few of those photographs, and we'll do a blog post or Instagram or something, showing the partially finished test prints. And we are really, really happy about this. This is nothing to do with Kickstarter, this is just a natural growth of the Ukiyo-e Heroes project. I think it's print number 17, if we're actually counting them in order of how many we've made. I'm really looking forward to getting 20 of these finished. 20 Ukiyo-e Heroes prints. That'll be a fabulous, fabulous achievement. And that's what this paper is for. The paper we are about to size right now is going to come to life as the first group of published Times Burn Bright prints. History in the making. My history, anyway. The room still smells like hot milk. How many more till the new book? Yeah, so 3 more. So I was chatting with Jen about that. You know, we've diversified a little bit now. Chon-san, actually, the next 3 prints he carves are not going to be heroes. They're going to be the sushi cats, ramen cats, and sake cats. So I don't know what to do. Do we do the second book with those 3 prints? So we've got Ukiyo Heroes plus sushi cats, or do we just wait off on the book, and then next year pick up number 18, 19, and 20? I don't know. So the books wouldn't be Ukiyo Heroes books, they would be, you know, the prints made in collaboration with Jed and me. So I'm not sure. Ideas, feedback, let me know. Okay, let's do this. And for the book, I think I myself would prefer to wait. Anytime I get a decision like this to think about, you know, do I want to go for the quick, wow, that would be cool to have this right now? Or, no, I think we should take the time to do it. You know, anytime I think about this, I think about the marshmallow experiment. We've talked about this before. You know. I think it's called the Stanford Marshmallow Experiment. It was done on a bunch of whatever, they were 4-year-olds or something. But it works just as well on a 66-year-old. Don't rush. Take your time. Plan well. And better things will happen than if you move ahead too quickly. Just think marshmallow. Have you sold out of volume 1? Yeah, they were part of a Kickstarter campaign. Bang, they were gone. And the idea, again, nothing confirmed. Remember, none of this is limited editions. We're not promising these are always going to be limited editions. All the prints, Jed numbers them as they go up higher. And we dated that book. We put a date in the colophon that that book was made, whatever it was, February 2018 or something. But when it comes time to make book 2, yeah, let's make 10 copies more of book 1 and then 10 copies of book 2 or something. I don't know. We would do them with a different color cover and stuff like that. It wouldn't be fair to the people who got the first ones to sort of duplicate theirs exactly. You have to make it clear which one is which. We ourselves aren't thinking limited editions, but we know a lot of the people out there like to have these special items. So if we get to the 20 and we do another volume, we'll do volume 1 again with a different color cover and some different commentary and a different date, and then volume 2. Okay, I think I got this right. Too much. Okay, here we go. Times Burn Bright, first edition, preparation. Let's go. No, there's been no discussion on the next three prints in the Heroes series. There is a bunch of designs available to me. You know, he's made many more designs. He sells them on his website. But I don't see anything there that I really want to jump up and down and make into a woodblock print. From my point of view, we need to work ahead and make some more designs. And I would like to, this is certainly not decided, but I myself, my own personal taste, I would like to again keep the new Ukiyo Heroes, the next three. I would like to keep them at the elevated excitement level of some of the new designs that he did, the last year's Kickstarter campaign. You know, the Kuniyoshi type rather than the Yoshitoshi type as we were describing it back then. This one's in between. This one is quite full, but it's gone back to the original Heroes type that he did of making tableau quiet scenes. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, I get the game references and stuff like that. But when we moved forward last year with the series, we really tried to make a bunch of more energetic, vivid, dramatic pictures. And for me, for the next three, if we went back to this quiet type, I would feel that is a regression. I want to make some big, exciting prints. And yet he's not comfortable with that. I mean, in his own skin, you know. He's a quiet guy. He makes prints that reflect his own character, of course. I'm not sure if he's here this morning. Yes, Dei-chan for sizing. Nay, the problem right now is that to get production done, just to get prints out the door, we're trying to do things in the most efficient way possible. Me, size, bang, she, print, bang, me, print, you know. So for her to take time and come here, and the other problem with that, I mean, she has to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Because that's the way we're doing it now, so. You know, if I'd thought about it, I could have asked her. She's in today, and I could have asked her to come in early to do some of this with me together. I didn't actually just think about that, so it might not be a bad idea. You know. If she does come this morning while we are here doing this, remind me, and we can ask her about the next time. It would be so cool to have a couple more people here who could do this, you know, Shiba-san, Dei-chan, if they could do this reliably. We could start taking shifts on this instead of me doing all of it. That would help so much. Bunch of new faces here today to me this morning. Names I don't recognize in the chat here. It is a bit cooler up here today compared to yesterday. What have we got here? We're showing 30. It's much more humid than it was the other day. That typhoon passed, but in the autumn, when we get typhoons in September, October, the typhoon blows through, and behind it, the cold air comes from Siberia and stuff, and we've got our winter, our clear, dry weather. But this is an early season typhoon. It just brings more dense, damp air up behind it, so the humidity is really high. We've had tons of all that rain. The air is still warm, and we're just saturated, but it's not as hot as it was. 50 C. What? Oh, temperature, yeah. In there, 50. In here, 30. Paper. I know there really isn't any major change to mention. Our previous paper supplier, Iwano-san, the Living National Treasure factory, stabled out a lot. After being very inconsistent in both supply and in quantity and in quality, everything, they have become a bit more stable. And we've been receiving shipments from them over the past half a year now. A lot. I've been ordering more than we need, and they've been coming through, and the paper has been usable. It's got more bark than we like. We talk about that all the time. But the paper has been fairly consistent and usable. So the paper emergency is, at the moment, behind us. We are still working with the new guy, Sawaki-san, on the new batch of paper, but it's at the moment waiting for me. What he's waiting for is a batch of sample mulberry along with a batch of test prints that we've made. And I've been gathering test prints from our printers. And actually, it's my turn now. I have to get on the train, get over there, sit down with the guy and talk to him and try and figure out what to do for the next experiment. So we're not waiting for him at the moment, he's waiting for me. We have the mulberry ready, we have the sample prints ready. I've just got to get on the train and get over there. It's a long way. It's a early morning. I leave here at 5 o'clock in the morning, get back at midnight. It can be done in one day. It's just getting around to doing it. Paper make a video, yes. Combine it with YouTube, yes. Absolutely, absolutely. Good idea. Good idea. What does Cameron do? Cameron, well, he's now, I no longer get email at all. All the emails to the company go to Cameron. So he's doing all the outside communication with people. He handles now entirely all this subscription business. He prepares the bookkeeping, accepts payments, sends it out, keeps track of stuff. People lost a print, something's wrong, blah, blah, blah. He does all that job. He does all the order entry processing when people order prints from the website. We're pretty well automated, of course, the website and order flow and the PayPal, everything else is automated. But we still have to look at each order, make sure it's okay, reply to the person, correct defects, do the 10% of stuff that needs adjustments, whatever. And I see none of that anymore. I used to be, every day it was X% of my time was taken up with sitting at a computer screen doing those things, and Cameron now does all of that. I don't see the orders. I don't even know who's buying stuff from us anymore. I've been taken away from that. That's the main part of his job. In addition to that, he's doing all the things like Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that. I jump in now and then to do a post. He does all the rest of it. He works with the shipping staff in Ome. There's quite a lot of liaison back and forth between our shipping center in Ome. There's 2 women who work there full-time shipping. And there's always issues back and forth. They've run out of plastic bags, or this has happened, or they don't know, they can't read an address because it's in Latvia and it's got something in the title they can't read. So he does all the back and forth with the women at the shipping center. He sends them their work each day over the internet. They pick it up. They talk to him if there's issues. So he's not a bookkeeper in terms of putting things into a spreadsheet, but he works with all of our business systems in the background. Is there an alternative size for vegetarians? Well, we don't eat this, so is that a problem? If you've got a problem with a woodblock print, okay, that was the front side of this batch. I've now flipped it over. I'm going to apply glue to the back side. Yeah, it's in there now. When you only have one order like this, I'm not sure what you mean. We have what we call our DOSA calendar. It's part of our manager system, and the printers all have access to it. It's just like, it's a calendar. It's like a Google Docs calendar, whatever. And after we've talked to them about what job they're going to be doing next, and sometimes next, it's impossible for me to keep track of exactly when they're going to need the paper. So after their work is decided by us, Subi-san, you're going to do Times of Burn Bright, blah, 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 blah. Then she looks at her own schedule and she works out when she will need the paper. And she put this onto the DOSA calendar quite some time ago, maybe about 2 weeks ago. This popped up onto the DOSA calendar. It's up to me to watch the calendar and figure out my time usage down in the shop and up here. And I encourage them to put their stuff on the DOSA calendar as early as possible. For a couple of reasons. One is because if they want it tomorrow, I can't always do it tomorrow, of course. But the second is when they put all their jobs in there, I can gang them up. And that's what happened the other day. I don't know if this was on stream or off stream. I did another batch of DOSA. And it was 2 batches of paper. It was paper for one printer and paper for another printer. Just a minute, let me get... So the more jobs that are listed on the calendar, the more the chance is for me to mix and match, print A, print B, print A, print B, to get them on the papers, to do as little wastage as possible. And for the past few days, the DOSA calendar has been absolutely jammed. And then what threw a spanner into the wrench, blah, blah, what got it mixed up this time is Kubota-san phoning yesterday, can you get me some jobs starting tomorrow? That's what I'm jumped in here now. I've tried to rearrange things. And my big problem this morning is I have to do paper for Kubota-san today. He's already got the blocks for this because we had sent the blocks to him some months ago when he was available, but he cut out and the blocks have sat there, and I don't know the dimensions of the paper. So I'm watching the clock here, and I'm going to phone him this morning. Kubota-san, I'm going to do your dosa in a few minutes, but I don't know the paper dimensions. Can you tell me? That's why I'm starting with Suga-san's work. I know what that's all about. Actually, my phone is down in the office, down in the shop, so I gotta hit downstairs to get that. But if I were free, if I had lots of free time and, like nothing to do, yeah, I could do some sizing in advance. Because we know we're gonna need more Fox Moons. I know I'm gonna need more rickshaw carts. The Ukiyo Heroes are a steady seller. And even if I don't know which printer is gonna be doing it, I could put some paper aside in advance for this. Absolutely. Unfortunately, we're still in firefighting mode. Just everything. It's like playing a video game where the stuff's coming at me. Shoot, bang, 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 bang. There's no time to sit and wait. It's my life, People ask me, why don't you play video games? I don't need that. I live in it. We should maybe make some parts of our manager system peekable from the outside, I'm not about to give everybody a password to our manager page. But stuff like that, like the DOSA calendar, there's nothing secret there. It might be fun if we had part of that page readable on the website, Just somebody show me where the pause button is. Yeah, the idea here, the mobile phone game, this idea comes up now and then, and people here have joked about it, and sometimes on these streams or chatting with people in real life. It might not be such a bad idea for a game. How do you win, though? I guess, when you survive, that's all. Just survival is winning. Survival is winning. Yes, that giant controller in the sky forgot to put a pause button. Yeah, coloring game with print. You could do that. So there could be sub-levels and side, what do they call it when there's a game and you're off on your main thing, but you do a side quest or something. The side quest could be working out color balances. There's any number of interesting ideas for the game, You could do it all. There could be a component that helped you make some nice paper. You had to rock the controller just the right way to scoop and scoop and scoop. They do paper making, right? They've got the big thing. They scoop it in, chuck, 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 scoop it in, chuck, 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 chuck. Perfect for an iPhone. So then you flip it over. Did you make a nice flat sheet of paper? No, you got yours crooked. So there's so many ideas for this. Shall we do this? Make a perfect sheet of washi paper. Oh, I'm not going to do this. No, no, no. I'm not insane. Stupid I might be. I'm not insane. You guys develop it, but if you want to use my face, you got to cut me in. You could play as different characters. Select Dave, select Ishikawa-san, select Dei-chan. She's closed the door, she can't hear me. Mokohan-kan, the game. So, farming simulator, it's a big deal, right? People make millions of dollars on that stuff. Run a printmaking factory. Don't tell Jed about this. He has a bit of a funny mood on games from his experience a couple of years ago. Would that burn him up? He would be so burned up. I wonder if he's here this morning. He's sitting there very quiet if he is. You score bonus points for the Baron cookies. Speaking about Wi-Fi disruption there, you notice now that there has been none in living memory now, you know. Ethernet. We don't do Wi-Fi with these streams anymore at all. And that cable gets laid down every morning. The cable stays in storage. I unrolled it this morning and I'm going to roll it back up once the stream is over. And tonight, I'm going to try and run this cable up to the roof. I think it's long enough. We'll see. Yeah, okay, we used Wi-Fi for the iPad to talk to the computer yesterday, but that's all. We don't use Wi-Fi to connect to the internet. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Too busy talking to you guys. Keep forgetting to do my job properly here. much. You're asking about barons that are good to start with but don't cost the earth. Well, cost the earth is all personal, you know, I don't know what that means to you, $10, $50, $100, or $500. For us, when we're recommending barons to people, something like the Matsumura-san catalog, it's online. The home barons that cost thousands of dollars are not necessary for a beginner. The stuff that's in the $10, $20, $30, $40 range we found is not so useful. It's just string inside and doesn't work well. For beginners, and what we're using in our print party room here is the brand name called Murasaki Baron, Purple Baron. They're made by Goto-san, who is the top baron maker here in Tokyo, in Japan, in the world, whatever. And that's his sort of student line. Not student in the sense that they're no good, they're only good for beginners. I don't know, what a cost performance line rather than a student line. They're very rigid, very hard, and they cost about 7,000, 8,000 yen. So in dollars, it'd be about $80. And that's the line that I would draw. Anything below that, forget it, you're just wasting your time. Anything from there up, you're probably all right. So if you go to Matsumura-san's website, look for his English PDF on the catalog, and the Murasaki Baron. There's different styles. There's strong, medium, jet soft, just a medium, about $70, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Okay, that's the first batch of paper finished. Now, finished as in brushed. It's got to sit. Those of you who've seen these streams before know what happens now. This batch sits and settles for 10, 15, 20 minutes before I hang it up. And while that's doing that, I can get busy on the next batch. And the next batch hasn't been cut yet, so let's do that. Can one of my people put a link up? Let me see, is that the tool or not? Hang on a sec. Yeah, the one that's called Murasaki Baron. $104 he's charging for that. Whatever, there's 7,000 yen here in Japan. The 11 centimeter standard would be the one. Okay, paper cutting. Here's my sample. This was supposed to be top secret, but whatever, can't help it now. We have another set of the old Doi Hanga blocks. And young Yamamoto-san is going to have a go at it for us. And we need paper 19 centimeters. It's easily tall enough. Can we do 19? 19 3 times in 57, just barely. $18.5 wouldn't do it. It's got to be 19. Here we go. Seen this before? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out she goes. Everybody's quiet. They're all searching for that image. I don't know. Is this the right paper or not? Let's see. Let me grab a phone here. Hang on a second. Never doesn't have it on his phone. Okay, short digression for 1 minute. I have to phone Kubota-san to find out paper size, and his number isn't on this phone. My phone is down in the shop, so I have to take a short detour down to the shop to find my phone, and while I'm there, get some water. Back in 2 minutes. Thanks for waiting. Hang on a sec. shoo, 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 shoo. Crows are up on the third floor. The window is open. You should be hearing crows if they're out there today. But if you're really listening carefully, you could have heard the old ping pong because it's still active. I went down the stairs outside and I came up again. If you had been on your toes, you could have heard that. Okay, excuse me a minute. I got to call Kubota-san now. He's the printer who phoned me yesterday, says he needs work. He's got blocks, but I need to know the paper size. Excuse me here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, should be okay. Oops. Nobody home or somewhere. Breakfast or something. Who knows? So, God. He might phone me back in just a second. Come on, Kubota-san. Sponsorship. Okay, well, while we're waiting for him, come on, Kubota-san, call me. Dave, how can you see which direction the paper grain runs? You can see it. Oh. There tonight. You can see it or can't you see it? Let me take a look. I'll point the camera at the light for a minute and then hold the paper up. So just a second. I'm not quite sure if you can see or if you can't see this. They're vertical lines. Can you see them? They're about two. Yeah, there you are. There you can see the vertical lines. Just below my left hand there. They're about like an inch apart for you guys, 2 to 3 centimeters apart. So the grain, you can see it there, right? The grain lines. The what we call tsunome. All right, well, if he's not going to call back, then I've got to put this aside. For those of you who just joined, one of our printers has a set of blocks. He needs paper. I don't know the size of the print that's necessary to fit those blocks, so I can't cut this and size this yet till he phones me back. So what we'll do is, I've always got backup work here. Let's just skip ahead for a minute. One of our other printers, it's again my never-ending list. One of the other printers wants some paper for printing Hagaki size prints. So we'll just jump ahead and do that. Sorry for the not so smooth flow of the stream here. This is 6 sheets, okay. Okay, let's get back to normal work. Sorry about the not smooth flow here, It was all disrupted by his phone call yesterday, but whatever. Anyway, how big is the largest practical size for a traditional woodblock print? I don't know. We don't play that game here. There are people out there. The largest one that I personally have seen made is the Yoshida family made a print of an eagle. They must have done it in about 1982 or 83 or somewhere. I saw it in their workshop in 1986. And it's big. I don't know. How big? I don't know. 2 Japanese tatami mats side by side, something like that. I don't know how many copies they made, just a few copies, so we're just going to show off, I think, for a demonstration somewhere. It's not practical. Just for traditional Japanese woodblock prints, it's not practical to go large. The expansion and contraction in the paper is too great, and the fact that we have to keep the paper moist when we do the work makes it just doesn't scale up to large sizes. So In the Western world, there's lots more large-size printmaking. The steamroller prints, the Americans do, stuff like that. We just don't go large, especially at this workshop here. All right, I think I'm back on stream now. Sorry for the sidetrack there. Let's just get this next batch of paper done. Too much water. There's still water left in it after dipping it into there. We made a YouTube video about the shop status. I'm not sure. I have no specific plans for doing another video about financial matters. We need to update our Patreons to keep them up to date on how the financial situation is going, but I don't think I dedicate another special video to it in the future. I got to make some videos about printmaking. Kubota-san didn't phone back. I need to find out the paper dimensions. He wants paper, and he's got the blocks. But, 近さん、ごめんね。ちょっと邪魔ですけど。
大丈夫です。
久保田さんが紙が欲しい。板持ってる。僕、その板の大きさわからない。今、久保田さんに連絡して、教えてください。紙の寸法。返事ないです。だから、
今こんな時間？
まあ彼がいつもこうでも寝てますよ。Hair carving. Well, I'm not sure what you mean. I did the hair carving on the octopus print. We videoed it, and it's up on YouTube. I don't know. I didn't make a special video all about hair carving, but the process of carving that delicate hair, the woman's facial hair, on the octopus print, that's on YouTube already. Well, months ago, half a year ago or something. Father of the modern woodblock printing. I don't know what you mean. No. We're just another workshop that makes woodblock prints. think she's coming back for another round of tea. Oyu dekita. What is it, 9:14? Shop staff should be arriving soon. They may or may not come up this far to say hello. I doubt it. It's going to be very busy in the shop today. It's the fireworks festival, which will bring a bajillion people to Asakusa. We have print parties booked solid all the way through, and they are all full. The staff is going to handle that stuff. I won't be doing today's print parties myself at all. In fact, I'll be here all morning. I'm going to be here probably till about noon doing sizing. There's so many different jobs waiting. Here comes the tea lady, the milk lady again. So you just dump it in right on top. Just right on top. And this is now drinkable.
はい。
The leaves have now become open and
So
before the leaves are all like
So
clumped up in a bunch.
もうしない？
Milk, milk,
まだミルク？
milk. Oh, conversation. Yeah, the hair carving video. I haven't got a specific video about hair carving, but when it came time to upload some Twitch highlights, I uploaded a bunch of Twitch highlights that show the process of carving the hair. Good. Do you hear the ping pong? It was there. Ping pong, ping pong. That means Kawai-san, whatever is here. They're on the stairs getting the flag out and stuff like that. He may be showing his face here. Or it could be Dei-chan coming for printing. She's in today. Now, next step is hanging up that first batch of paper we did. And this is where it's going to be fun, because I'm here alone today. Cameron usually helps me move the camera into the next room. Cameron-san is not here, so how are we going to do this? Can I do it alone? Maybe. Shall we live dangerously? Shall we try this? The milk lady's printing. I really, really, really do not want to bother her. If she'd been here a minute ago. Let's see if she's printing. Milk lady, have you started printing? I have to read my computer. Camera tripod. Here. But there's cables everywhere. So what we're going to do is, when we're ready in a minute, no, I'll do this part, 'cause this is, what I'd like, what I'd like you to do is bring the camera, and in a minute, we're going to unplug it, just wait a second, we'll unplug it. I'll bring the cables, I'll walk first, and you and I are connected together. And please don't trip over anything. We're going to try it, She's game to try this. So just a minute, get my Mac power off, just a second. Well, somebody else is here. Who's coming? Wait today. It's okay.
これ抜かんない。
So just a minute. So that'll be the last step. I just make sure it's on. Oh, Kawai-san's here too. Good.
1階の1階のドアが開いてない。
鍵は階段がありますね。
階段のところにあるんですか。
階段のところのほうきが入ったところに。
途中にある。
そうです。いつも。
この鍵もある。
そうです。いつも両方あります。はい。
河合さん、あなたのそれするやつの、
はい、
おもはんだけが必要なんでしょっていうのも必要なんだよね。泉だけ入ってる。
あ、そうです。おもはんを。
それ、私の机から出てきたのがあって、いい感じ。それを。
後で話しますが、僕が用意した紙もありますし、今日出た紙もあります。
出てきたやつが。
だけど動作がわかんないんで、ちょっと地図見ならほら関係ないじゃん。
あ、まあそうです。
だからそれでね、差し上げました。
Right, let's try this. Okay, you have to unplug.
待ってよ。アンプラグね。はい、アンプラグね。はい。
Okay, the main camera is going to go down.
はい。
Hey, where you go?
はい。
Are you ready?
Aye.
Let's go. Be careful not to trip on the blue cord. Let's go.
はい。
Are we going to make this?
ちょっと待って。狭い。ちょっと。
Okay, I'll wait, no problem. Just, okay, close it. The tripod's too wide. Hang on a sec. Okay. What a stream. Hey, got it all.
はい。
よいしょ. Are you okay?
はい。
This has got to be the most bizarre stream on Twitch, I think. Okay, you wait there.
ここでいいんだ。
Yeah, you wait there for a second.
ここだよね。
Hey, just a minute. Step one, let's plug you back in. Yeah, tripod. Put it back in. Hey, power.
これだ。
Yeah. Yeah, just plug it back in and it should come up, I think.
はい、OK。
Good. Thank you very much.
はい。
Oh, we are back up and running. Thank you. Sorry about that, gang. She's kept her door closed because it's air conditioning is on over there. All right, where's the mic? Look at this crap. Cables everywhere. Houston, we have a signal and it's intelligent. Speak for yourself. Isn't there a law of the universe about cables? If a cable can possibly become tangled, it will. If there's any topological way, here it is. No idea. Anyway, let's get back to work. This is chaos. Okay, what we're going to do For those of you who are just new to this, there's the place up top where we hang the paper. And I will now go and get the batch of paper that we finished sizing a few minutes ago and we'll hang it up. We've got a room within a room, the little alcove here, we hang the paper up. We don't want it to dry too quickly. It's got to dry nice and slowly, even on a very damp day like this. We need help. So the paper is going to be hung up there and enclosed within the plastic, so it dries slowly. Another recap, when we did the sizing on here, I started on the top surface of the paper, flipped it over to do the bottom surface of the paper. Where's that light? I can't help that, it's just that's the way the eye camera works. We started with the top surface, flipped it over and did the bottom surface. So now the paper is all face down on the board here. I want to hang them up two at a time, but what I want to do is I want to put the sheets back to back so that if they stick together a little bit once they're drying, it's the back surface that picks up a few marks and not the front surface. So it's face down paper. I pick up one sheet, flip it over, it's now face up, back to back with the second sheet. I tease up the second sheet, pull them forward, and we now have two sheets of wet washi back to back. I don't have 3 fingers for our clips, so I use a little bar to open all 3 clips at the same time. And up she goes. And this paper now is much heavier than it was a half an hour ago because it's saturated, it's full of liquid. So if I've missed any stuff, no idea, sorry. There's actually, you know, before this paper goes to Sugasan for printing, there is one more step that we do with it. And I haven't had a chance to show that on stream because it never gets done at this time of day. Depending on the thickness of the paper, depending on the job we've got going, sometimes we press the paper before using it for our printmaking. This is a really thick one. She's going to be doing lots of colors on it. So this paper actually is going to be pressed. And I'm not sure how to get that into a stream because of the timing. What I should maybe do is, next time I do the pressing job, just get the video recorder and just video it, and then play that little bit back into another stream when we're doing one of the sizing streams. What's the paper weight? I don't know. I'm sorry. The paper maker does describe it in terms of weight sometimes. They usually describe it in Japanese terms. The Japanese weight is a character called momme. And this paper we're using today here would be about 12 momme. But I'm sorry, I don't know what that means in actual, scientific measurements, grams per meter or something like that. I just don't have that knowledge. I'm sorry. That feels heavy. Is that 3 sheets by mistake? No, just 2. What's the Doihanga schedule? I don't know. We just don't have people to do that stuff, Our outside printer, Kubota-san, doesn't do Shinhanga. Yamamoto-san is trying to learn how to do it. Suga-san has done one, but she's desperately busy with Ukiyo Hiro's printing. So I just don't have a printer on staff that I can tab for doing the Doihanga work. We've got one of them back in print, the Aki no Miyajima print, the one of the shrine in the sea down near Hiroshima. That's in print now. Yamamoto-kun did that for us before he did another batch of Great Waves. But I don't know when I'll be able to get the next ones back in print. It's so frustrating, the beautiful blocks are there, the prints can easily be made from them. We've got people waiting for the results. Yeah, it's Ayumi-san. It's the deal. It's Ayumi-san. If we can get her back, and that's it. We'd put her on that stuff right away. grams. I don't know the number. I'm sorry. I don't even know how papers are measured. Is it in grams per square meter or something? So I really don't know what the number is. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe Google's conversion engine can tell you. 12 momme in Japanese terms. What is that in grams per square meter? It's possible that Google understands that. I don't know. Okay, here we are. The last pair, and that's going to be our stream here today. It's 9:30, somewhere around there, I guess. And here's the last sheet of paper. I'm going to continue with the sizing work all morning now. Try to get hold of Kubota-san, find out what dimensions he needs. I've got to try and catch up to my Dosa calendar. That'll be enough for a stream here, because it's just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then, it's Sunday night, fireworks night tonight. Okay, so before I sign off, let me figure out the times. Hang on a second. Before you go away, 1 second. Let me work out the fireworks schedule. Let's have a look at their website and see what time. Okay, postponed to Sunday due to typhoon number 12. Timetable 7 p.m. The fireworks start at 7 and last 90 minutes. So you can look up your own time. Tonight, Tokyo time. I'll get ready before this, of course. I'll try and get it ready in advance. Tokyo time, 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to try shooting some of the Sumida fireworks. actually, hang on a second, because there's Kaijo A, Kaijo B. There's two zones, A and B, and we can only see the A from where we are. And I think that starts later. Just a second. Just a second. Just a second. Awful website. Just give me the schedule. Okay, it is. It's going to start with ours this year. Okay, so it is. Countdown is at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock tonight, Tokyo time. We'll have the camera upstairs. We'll try showing the Sumida Fireworks Festival. Check your own times and dates. 7 o'clock Tokyo time. Okay, let's do this. I'm out of here. I got a ton of things to do today. Sorry about the mixed stream today. See you tonight maybe, and if not, tomorrow morning back for another printmaking stream, perhaps downstairs tracing again. Thank you very much, and I'll see you then. Emomme, M-O-M-M-E, yes, thank you. Bye bye guys, see you soon. And away we go. Thanks again, guys.